Once again, deep breath in, big sigh out. And then just start to come into your natural pace of breath. Feel the breath travel in through your nose and out through your nose. As you breathe in, allow your chest, your belly to rise. And as you exhale, your entire body relax and release further. Big breath in, full breath. Full deep breath. And start to notice the thoughts that may be floating around. Spending a few minutes just to notice and not to judge, just notice. You begin to relax your mind and thoughts. Bring focus, setting your creating visual in your mind. And then add into your intention. You're putting the word, just a phrase you repeat to yourself throughout our practice. Help you to focus. Breath. As you breathe in, breathe in. Next word or phrase. So, take a visual of your intention. You want the intention to travel out, be shared with the peace. Extend. On your begin to synchronize breath with movement. Inhale. Extend your arms overhead. Exhale. Hug your knees into chest. Begin to gently rock side to side. Back to center. Release your feet to your mat. Coming into your low back. Breathe in, and as you exhale, gently press your low back into your mat. Hands by your side. Keep your gaze up high towards the sky. Bring your hands gently pressing into the mat. Inhale, lift your hips, gentle bridge pose. And exhale, bring your hips down to the ground. Inhale, lift your hips. Exhale, bring your hips down. Take a few more breathing in as your hips rise. And as you exhale, allow your hips to touch the ground. 3 more rounds. Move with your breath. Breathe in. Exhale. Release your hips all the way down. Inhale. Extend your right leg to the sky. Flex your toes. Grab onto the back of your leg. Take a breath in. And exhale. Guide your leg a little bit closer to your upper back. 5 more rounds of breath. Inhale. Maybe flexing your toes just a little bit more. And on your exhales, aiming to bring your toes a little bit closer towards your nose. If you want to add a little more, extend your right leg long, resting right leg onto your mat. Full deep breath in, full breath out. Two more rounds of breath. Inhale, and exhale. Take a breath in, and as you exhale, slowly, with the leg extended, toes flexed, begin to release your right leg towards the ground. For 5, a little lower, keep your low back glued onto your mat. 4, low. 3, 2, 1. Come to a hover and hold for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Breathe in, exhale, hug your right knee into your chest. Left leg extends. Take a breath in. Exhale, gentle twist. Right knee guides over to the left side. Maybe taking your gaze over your right shoulder. We'll stay here. 6 rounds of breath. Use any props that you have nearby. So maybe placing a blanket, pillow, whatever you have underneath of your right knee for support. Full deep breath in, full breath out. Three more rounds of breath. Inhale. If there's space, as you exhale, guide your right knee a little bit closer to the ground. Make sure that your shoulders both stay glued onto your mat. Breathe in. Exhale. Release both feet to center. Windshield wiper, knee, side to side. Back to center. Inhale, extend. Left leg high. And exhale, use your hands back of leg to guide your left leg closer to your upper body. If you want to add, as you exhale, extend your right leg onto your mat. As you breathe in, work to flex your toes just a little bit further down, finding more sensation through the back of your leg. No more rounds of breath. Breathe in, and as you exhale, guide your leg closer to you. Breathe in. Exhale. Bend your knee. Hug your left knee into chest. Deep breath in. Exhale. Twist over towards your right. Use your right hand to support the left outer thigh. Maybe taking your gaze over your left shoulder and keeping your left arm extended to a half T. Breathe in. Exhale. Relax. Full breath in. Full breath out. Work to relax through your hips, through your glutes. Three more rounds of breath. Looks like I may have figured out the music. At least for now. Breathe in. Exhale. Back to center. Hug your knee in. Inhale. Extend your leg back to sky. Flex your toes. And exhale, slowly lower. Left leg covered above the ground for 5. A little lower. 4. Lower. 3, 2, 1. Hold your left leg covered above your mat for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Deep breath in. Exhale. Hug both knees into chest. Take a little rock side to side. And come back to center. We'll inhale, extend both legs to sky. Point your toes. Take a deep breath in. Reach your hands up towards the sky. And as you exhale, grab onto the back of your legs wherever is accessible. Keeping your toes pointed with each exhale. Guide your toes a little bit closer to your nose. You may feel your tailbone lift off your mat. That's okay. Bending through the elbows. Finding a stretch through the front of your ankles. You may feel this also through your low back. 3 more rounds of breath. Breathe in. Point your toes just a little bit more. And as you exhale, guide the tops of your legs a little bit closer to your upper body. Working to lift your tailbone off the mat. Keep your upper body glued onto the floor. Full breath in. Full breath out. Inhale. Exhale. Relax the plank. Hug the back of your thighs, bending your knees, and begin to rock forward and back. Take a few rocks, maybe begin to build momentum. Maybe rocking your way all the way into a seated pose. Seated at the front of your mat, roll your shoulders back and down. Inhale, lengthen through your spine. And exhale. Relax. Inhale, lengthen. And exhale, slowly drop right ear down towards left shoulder. 3 more rounds of breath. You can walk your left fingertips out to your left side for a little bit more stretch. Now breathe in. On the exhale, this is optional. Bring your chin down to the left edge of your shoulder. I'm sorry, to the right edge of your shoulder. Left, right, front, back. Almost as if you were trying to smell. So check if you put deodorant on this morning. I'll breathe in. Exhale. Release back to center. Hands rest on knees. Stick your shoulders up by your ears. Breathe in. Exhale. Drop your shoulders back and down. Keep the shoulders back and down. Inhale. And on your exhale, chin to chest. 3 rounds of breath here. Hands can stay resting on your knees. Or walk your hands out. And walk your fingertips back. Slightly aiming your chest forward. Inhale, lift your gaze, lift your hands way up high. Exhale, relax hands onto your knees, shoulders roll back and down. So breathe in, exhale, left ear, down towards the left shoulder. Full breath in, and as you exhale, allow your head to relax a little bit closer to your ear. Maybe walking right fingertips out to the right and slightly back. Stay here, or option to guide your chin down towards the left edge of your shoulder. Check to make sure you put on deodorant this morning. Nice thing about a home practice, no one else knows. Take a breath in. Exhale. Relax through your head, through your neck. And up the center. Exhale. Chin drops down to chest. This time, you may be taking your hands, gently placing fingertips on the back of the head. And take a breath. And with the exhale, applying very, very light pressure the back of the head. Get your chin a little bit closer to your chest. Elbows aim towards one another. And remember to keep this very gentle. 2 more rounds of breath. Now, inhale, send your hands, send your gaze up on. Exhale, hands meet mat, tabletop, pull. Spread your fingers wide, wrist under your shoulders. Breathe in, and with the exhale, gently hinge forward. Let your shoulders are slightly in front of your wrist. Find a stretch through the wrist and through the forearms. If anything hurts, lean back a little or a lot. Gentle stretch, that's all we're aiming. One more. Breathe in. If there's space, maybe play with hinging just a little bit further forward. Inhale, and as you exhale, hinge back, sit bones, meet your heels. We'll walk our fingertips as far forward as we can. Keep your chest lifting up, tent up onto your fingertips. Breathe in. If there's space, as you exhale, walk your tented fingertips just a little bit further forward. And begin to drop your head, drop your chest down. You may feel that stretch all the way through your armpit and through the side of your body. 3 more rounds of breath. Inhale, exhale. Work to release your chest, your head, a little bit closer towards the ground. Inhale, rise, palms to ground, tabletop pose. Take your right hand underneath your nose and inhale. Lift your left hand high, opening through your chest. 3 more rounds of breath here. If there's space, as you breathe out, send the back of your hand a little bit further behind you, opening through the chest. Gaze can come up or it can stay down. See what feels good for your body. Spread your fingers wide. Inhale. Now exhale. Release. Left hand under your nose. Inhale. Right fingertips to sky. Spread the fingers nice and wide. And as you exhale, back of your head, aim it behind you. Maybe your gaze follows. Look to open through your chest. Breathe in. Exhale. Release. Tabletop pose. Bring your knees together and begin to sway your hips over to the right, working to drop your right hip bone down towards the ground. Inhale to center. Exhale, left hip bone down to the left side. Take a few more. Breathe in to center. Keep your neck long. And exhale over to one side. Inhale. Exhale. Over towards the opposite side. And breathe in. Let's start to find our way to center. Knees, hip distance width. We'll take a breath in, nice flat back. And as we exhale, extend your right leg behind you. Flex your toes. Curl them under and press your heel down towards the ground. Gentle stretch through the calf. Now breathe in. Exhale. Walk your right toes all the way over to the left. Take your gaze back to look at your right toe. Two more rounds of breath here. Inhale, center. Exhale, tabletop. Take a breath in and exhale. Extend your left leg, toes curled under. Press your left heel down towards your mat. Now breathe in. And on the exhale, guide your left toes as far right as you can. And take your gaze back to look at your left toe. Stretching through your side body. 2 more rounds of breath. Full breath in. Full breath out. Inhale. Neutral, knees under hips. We'll exhale. Find a wide leg child's pose. This is a great time to grab some of your props. Maybe bringing a pillow or a tent right underneath you. Edge it as close in between your knees as you can. And then we'll lay on top of our pillows and release down. Now, as you want a little bit more, you can remove a pillow or 9. Work to keep your sit bones glued to the ground. Another nice thing to do here for aching knees is a pillow or a blanket right above the calves, skirted up to your knee crease. And if you have cranky ankles, roll the blanket right underneath of your ankles. And find comfort. Relax. Breathing in. 1, 2, and 3. Breathing out. And breathing fully in. Give it time to come back to your attention. We'll stay in our wide leg child's for the next minute. Full deep breath in and out through. Deep breath in. Let your entire being filled with purpose, touch, as you breathe out. This purpose, function, unity. Then begin to rise, walking down, and towards your knees. Gonna cross, flip them off the side. And find your tabletop pose, taking a few more sways side to side. We'll inhale back to center. And as we exhale, we'll hug our right knee in towards the chest. Take a breath in. Squeeze your knee a little closer in towards your chest. Exhale. Step your right foot through. Inhale, lift your upper body, lift your hands high. And on the exhale, begin to sink your hips just a little bit further in. Make sure to keep your alignment. Your knee is over your ankle. We'll take 4 more rounds of breath here. To add a little bit, continue to sink your hips. Work to tuck your tailbone under. Keep your body, upper body, nice and long and tall. Breathe in, exhale. Send your hips back, begin to straighten through your foot legs. Flex your toes. Hands on your hips. This might be just enough right here. If you need more, begin to fold blocks. There's something to add height here. It's good time to grab those. So I'm going to take a moment, grab my blocks. Toes stay flexed. Nice long back, hinging from the hips. Breathe in. As you exhale, when there's space, allow your upper body to release a little bit further. Try not to round through your spine. Try to keep your spine nice and long and your hips even. Breathe in if the space is available. Flex your toes a little bit closer towards your nose. Breathe in. Exhale, bend your front knee. We'll send our hands to the inside of our foot. Hands either touch the ground, but it's nice to start with the blocks. Blocks underneath of the hands to add height. And with each breath out, we'll dip our hips down. Alignment still applies here. So ankle underneath of the hips, not in front. Walk it out, adjust however you need to make that happen. 4 more rounds of breath. Breathing fully in through your nose and fully out. One more round of breath here. Full breath in, full breath out. Inhale, send your hips back. Squeeze your inner thighs. Bring your right knee to meet your left. Take a few windshield wipers, side to side. You're holding on to your blocks from the side. Knees under your hips. Big smile. Take a breath in, and as you exhale, bring your left knee hugged in towards your chest. Toes are pointed. And take a breath in. Exhale. Knee a little bit closer to your nose. And step your left foot in between your hands. Inhale. Rise your hands, rise your upper body. And as you exhale, sink your hips down. Take a moment to check in. Knee under ankle. Hinge back for less intensity. Allow your hips to release further down towards the ground for more intensity. Upper body, try to keep your spine nice and long in a straight line with the sky. One more deep breath in. Exhale. Maybe dip down just a little bit more. Breathe in. Exhale. 10. Back. Relax through your toes. Hands to your hips. Work to square your hips off. Now, as there's space, as you breathe out, start to hinge further forward. Using your blocks here for support. When there's space on your exhale, lower your upper body closer to the ground. Find a nice gentle stretch through the back of your legs. Breathe. Release. Inhale. Begin to rise. And for the knees, send your hands up high. On your exhale, bring your hands inside of your left foot. Blocks are going to come in handy. Take a breath in. As you exhale, dip your hips down. Check in with your alignment. Each breath out as space becomes available. Bring your upper body a little bit closer to the ground. Always remember to listen to your body. Adding and reducing as it's needed. Breathe in. Exhale. Bring your hips back. Squeeze your inner thigh. Bring your left knee to meet your right. Swaying your hips side to side. Coming back to you. We're going to tuck our back toes. Make sure the pinkies are included here. Sometimes they like to try to hide. So we'll send your sit bones closer to your heels. Upper body is still on a lean. Now, as you want more, start to tuck your tailbone. Maybe, I like to take my blocks with me. I'm in handy. To add more, begin to sit up nice and tall. You might get here and regret all life choices. If you do, lean a little bit further forward. Maybe take your sit bones a little further away from your heel. We're just aiming for a nice stretch, a feel-good stretch through the toes. Breathing in. Almost last. Deep breath in. Full breath out. Untuck your toes. You can do this on your mat. Tap your feet out. Over to one side. Over to the other. Back to center. Keep tapping. Right. Now with your toes untucked, sit bones, knee, heels. Try to sit nice and tall. Think about tucking your tailbone slightly under, rolling your shoulders back and down. Hands on blocks, maybe right beside you. Now we'll start to intensify the stretch. We're aiming for a nice stretch through the front of the thighs. To begin to add a little bit more tuck through the tailbone, and we'll walk our hands, blocks underneath of your hands is a great idea. We'll walk our hands behind us. Maybe we lower our hands to the ground. Our fingertips are pointing towards our sit bones. You continue to lower down as much as you like. We're going to aim for 4 rounds of breath. Now, if you have pillows and there's space, bring the pillows right up to your toes. Maybe lay all the way back. Your body does not want to do this. Skip this part. 4 rounds of breath. I can be leaning back or chin to chest. With chin to chest, walk your hands back to center and forward, finding your tabletop pose. So then you cross over the side. Take a breath. As you exhale, find seated. Maybe you cross your right ankle on top of your left ankle, walking back. Remember, knee issues, skip this part, just find a seat. Extend your legs forward, flex your feet. If your knees are rather tight, take one of your pillows, place it underneath of your knees for support, maybe even 2. Keep your toes flexed. Inhale, long spine. Exhale. Reach your fingertips towards your toes. 3 rounds of breath. With each breath in, flex your toes closer towards your nose. Breathe in. Exhale. Maybe your upper body releases a little bit further down. Inhale. Rise. Exhale. Bring your right hand down by your side. Send your left hand up and over. Breathe in, back to center. Exhale. Left hand down, right hand reaches over. Full breath in, full breath out. Inhale, reach high. Squeeze your thighs together, flex your feet. And you want to make sure that your spine is nice and long. Pull your belly in towards your spine. lower wing onto our mat. To make this a little bit less challenging, bend your knees. Otherwise, to add more spice, keep your feet flexed, legs long. Breathe in, nice, long, straight spine. And exhale. Lean back about 3 inches. Try to keep your heels to the ground. You're not going to want to stay. That's okay. Breathe in, exhale. A little bit further down. Maybe your hands reaching forward. Maybe your arms out to a T. And down. 5, lower. 3, 2, 1. And exhale, lower all the way onto your mat. Maybe bringing a pillow underneath you for comfort. Full deep breath in. Big sigh out. Bend your knees. Sway hips side to side. We'll decide what inversion to take this evening. You might have a wall nearby. If you do, legs up the wall is really nice. You might want to scoot up to your wall. Try not to bring down my plates as I do this. And scoot your sit bones as close to the wall as you can. Legs lengthen towards the sky. Keep a gentle flex in your toes. And here your arms can go wide. Or maybe up and overhead. If you have any other inversion, feel free to take it. If you don't have a wall that's nearby, that's okay. You can bring a pillow or a blanket underneath of your hips. A little bit of comfort as you keep your legs elevated. Maybe your hands reach up high and fingertips crinkle down for sleeping tight. Whatever you choose. 4 more rounds of breath. Breathe in. Out. Your knees hugged into your chest. Give yourself a big hug. Now we'll release into any final movements. 6 rounds of breath before our final rest pose. Maybe you want to take happy baby, feet to the sky, knees bent and aiming towards the ground. And just take any sort of movement that feels nice in this moment. Breathe in. Exhale. Begin to relax, release fully onto your mat. Soften muscles in your face. I'll take a big breath, a big sigh. Begin to close your eyes. Relax your body. Relax your body. Allow your mind to be at ease. Nothing else to do. Take this next few moments in stillness. I'll guide you back to the next time. Begin to release your chin. Begin to say good morning stretch. Ask if you need to slowly find your way. Come to your breathing. Come to your mouth. We'll bring our hands to heart center. I'd like to end class today with an Om. You guys are more than welcome to Om along with me. Let's take a deep breath in through the nose. Om. Full breath in, big smile. Full breath in. May you continue to find all the reasons to be grateful. Smile. Namaste. Thank you guys. I'm gonna take a moment here and unmute you. Maybe.
Thank you.
Oh yeah, there you are. How are you guys feeling?
Feeling good.
Good.
There's always more distractions at home that you have to kind of. My phone kept buzzing and I just threw a pillow over it.
That's probably a good idea. Now I know, like, do you feel like an hour is still like a good time length for class? Does it feel like it's almost too long for trying to do this at home?
Your audio kind of cut a second.
Yeah. Did I lose you guys?
I can kind of hear you.
Kind of hear me. Okay. How was the audio throughout class?
It was
just now?
It was pretty good during class. There was at one point, there was a couple of minutes where it was a little off, but then it came back after that.
Okay. Yeah, I set up like all the way at the back of the house on the other side of the router, so that's good feedback. I think I might be a little bit too far to get full signal, so I'll fix that. Outside from the audio being a little bit shaky, was there anything else we could do to improve things?
I think the music, it kind of cut in and out, so the music didn't really do anything.
Okay, so maybe better. I was thinking of just sending links to people for either Spotify or YouTube playlists.
That's probably gonna work better.
Yeah,
Okay.
that'll probably be easier.
Okay. Yeah, I'll work on that then. Do you guys do Google Docs? Is that easiest?
Yeah, that would work.
Okay. I'll work together in a Google Doc together of some of the playlists we have based on like what style of class, and you guys can, you know, or whatever works. You know, want to play Metallica in the background, that's cool too. Uh, but I'll work on some playlists that we have for class. That way you can have better audio for music. Anything else we can do?
I think you were asking about class length. I mean, an hour is okay, but you could probably get away with some shorter classes as well. If you wanted to do midday classes, make those shorter.
Okay, yeah, we added like a yoga scope that was 45 minutes for Wednesdays in the afternoon, but I'll see to maybe add some different time lengths. I know practicing at home is kind of a different beast all on its own, so we'll play with time lengths as well. I think I lost you. All right.
All right.
Well, I hope you guys have a great evening. Thanks for joining us. We really appreciate it.
No, I'm glad you're doing this.
Same. I really appreciate it.
We really appreciate you guys. Thank you. Have a good night, guys.
Thank you. You too.
Bye. That's really weird. Where's the person? Oh, okay. There it is.